Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nathan Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. Popcorn, what's going on, my guy? First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Hopefully everybody's smoothly getting through the work day. For those in the city, make sure you carrying an umbrella because it looks like we're going to be getting consistent rain. For those who might have already been out and about and wasn't expecting it, buy your umbrella because it's going to be raining these next few days. If you do got things to take care of, important wise, just make sure you in the best of health while doing so. And again, just keeping yourself preserved. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Sunday for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. Shout out to all the fellas that popped in. Shout outs to Papa Wills. Shout outs to Word. Shout outs to Caves. And shout outs to Big Dog Philly for popping in on the conversation. James, what's going on, my guy? Nonetheless, anytime the fellas get together, we're going to have a deep discussion. And again, for those who might just be coming into the fold, these are general topics. These are general things of discussion. No feelings or emotions are involved when it comes to these talks. For some people, it can get emotional. We know that. But again, it's not the purpose here. If you're going to be able to sit down and have conversations with people, doesn't matter what side they're on. Got to be able to have a general conversation that is going to be beneficial for everybody. Today is one of those again. I was in a deep mind space yesterday because Monday night, your boy almost had a situation. Well, no, he did have a situation. Situation where I was speaking about this before. People who are suffering and they're not getting the proper treatment, the proper care. They're getting kicked out on these streets. They are a risk and a liability, not just to themselves, but to the people around. Commander, baby. Boop, boop. Prime example, Monday night, I had a little situation on my job where I had to be not just on call, but I basically just had to, gather up the information I needed to for the incident that happened. As I'm trying to do so, I come across somebody who, again, on the spectrum, number one. Number two, obviously, they on the spectrum, but they ain't got their medication. And then three, you're outside drinking. You see what I said about some of these people being on the spectrum and trying to move, like how, people that are not on the spectrum are trying to move. You're trying to live normally, but guess what? Alcohol and your medications don't mix. Bonnie, baby. Now, in this situation right here, this person is consistently following, trying to harass, trying to get the wrong type of energy, and almost got the wrong type of energy. Had I not had a cool head, the old me 10 years ago, they would have probably had to take 5 people to get me off it. It's like, what part of go on about your business and go have a nice day that you understand? And it's sad because you really have some people out there who are just like that. Don't take, heed to listening until it gets crucial. In that situation, it could have got crucial. Because had I not decided to do what I did, who knows what could happen. I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. But you gotta just know how to deal with people like that. See, with me, I know how to deal with people like them because my mother has dealt with people like that. And I'm not, trying to be funny style. It's not their fault that they are having the issues with their mental health. What is a concern, again, is that, again, they are being displaced and put out on the streets. And now, again, they camouflaging within the homeless community, or they are blending in with the people who are already, certifiable on paper. Hammer baby. Now, see, in that situation with me, I had to follow protocol, which I did. Now, had I not followed protocol, who knows what would happen. And then again, I was prepared for any and everything. That's one thing Mom Dukes taught me throughout life. Be prepared for any and everything. Now, cooler heads prevailed because I had two coworkers that had to. Should I actually had a coworker, and both my managers had to come and stop the situation from going left. Now, this is the thing. Once you start putting hands on people, touching people, doing anything along those lines, that's when all bets is off. With him, that's what it was. You was waiting initially for me to do something to you, but it wasn't going to happen. But the minute you did decide to try to put hands on, I had to slap you back into reality. Yes, I slapped fire out that dude. And I didn't want to. I really wanted to knock him out because it's like, how do you keep not listening to protocol? Somebody's telling you to go on about your business. Go on about your day. Stop following. Stop moving around. Just go on about your business and you still won't listen. I guess when I slapped him, it struck a nerve. But it also lets you know I wasn't playing. I was prepared to throw down if I had to throw down with you. And I didn't care what spectrum you was on. Sorry to say it. Because I got to protect myself at the end of the day. And it's sad because it's crucial out here. When the cops is even saying that, we done dealt with this dude half of the day. I could have tucked him in for this, so why didn't you take him in for this? If you know he's drunk and belligerent and messing with people, why y'all didn't just take him in? Cool gamer, what's going on? 9 out of 10, that was a cry for help. He probably wanted to go into the facility or to the rehab center, whatever. So what's going on? Oh, wait. Say? Marge, you already know what to do just in case. We not having this shit today. And this is what we be talking about people on the spectrum not listening. So just, I know what it is. DD, baby. Appreciate you for dropping those links, James. I believe Sirius is still on the road, so shout outs to one of the hardest working mods, man. Be safe on that road. And this is what I'm saying. I didn't want to have to do that neither. But in the same token, I'm not going to allow you to keep trying to do certain things and poke and provoke before I have to do something. And this is why I said to people, y'all need to start really raising y'all voices and opinions and really making it evident that y'all need to start reopening these healthcare facilities, these mental health care facilities. Open them shits back up. And this is not something that I just see in the city. This is something I'm seeing state to state. Don't think I don't be doing my research. I'm seeing this shit little by little, state to state. Like, how is it y'all cutting away these programs that are needed for people like this in the community? These people, like how I had on Monday, are not going to be able to be around people without something happening. It's like they constantly have that notion to want to probe and provoke. So it's not safe. It's not safe for you because 9 out of 10, you probably are going to have to get defensive and physical just to wean a person away. And if it don't get physical, now you got to get cops involved. And now you got to do this. You got to do that. I didn't even get a chance to do anything. It was like my coworkers already knew what it was. Like I said, I'm one cool person until you take me over the edge. Once I feel I'm over the edge, there is no talking. There's nothing you can say that's going to calm down. No, I don't want to calm down. When I was trying to be calm, you wasn't letting it. And that's exactly what I had to do to this dude on Monday. You kept provoking, so I slapped fire out you. Hopefully you wake up and realize that not everybody is going to be for the play. Not everybody going to be for the harassment. And there are some people on that spectrum who will harass until they get the energy that they seek. Marlene, baby, is what's going on. I already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. But this is why you need to start voicing your opinions and everything to your local politicians, statesmen, whoever. Because it's not fair that y'all closing down all these facilities for people who really need the mental health care. So now they're going to be out here possibly being a danger, not just to adults, but children as well, too. And whoever is not suffering from mental health, whoever wasn't born or, you know, whoever wasn't born with it or whoever has come across, whoever ain't, they, guess what? At some point they will. Prime example is some of the drug users. They're going to end up at some point suffering from mental health one way or another or some form of disorder because you're using and abusing something that you don't need, number one. And if you know these things are high for hallucinogens and everything else, then why would you put yourself in that predicament? You know, it can cause depression too. There's some situations where this is why we get what we get. A lot of it is depression. Yeah, I know, Marlene, but it's sad when you know you on the spectrum, you've been on the spectrum, but now you're not getting the proper care you're supposed to be getting, even as an adult. Closing down these facilities, especially these outpatient ones, for those who you know what, let me just go try to do this. They can't even go if they wanted to speak to somebody, even if they was having some form of suicidal issue. They can't even do that because the majority of these spots is closed. And whatever ain't closed, they already dealing with enough as it is. And it's sad because, like I said, all around the city and just all around the states, you are getting situations like that in certain cities where there are all the people with mental health disorders running around the streets. Prior to the situation Monday, we had another one where it was a dude with we knew he had mental health. We knew he had a fireball, should have been in the hospital. He walking around with a bed sheet and a tin-foil pan over his head. You heard what I said, tin-foil pan. Talking to himself, screaming, shaking on gates and walls and stuff like that. These are the people you got to be mindful of, even in the nighttime. Yo, no, I know that part, Marlene. They definitely do. But this is what I'm saying. When they don't have no places to go get help, they closing a lot of the places. They just out on the streets, which is not fair. And it's the same thing. Prime example. Reason why I said it's hard to decipher certain things, especially in the city, because you got people who are migrants now, right? Who are committing almost the same damn crimes. Situation happened a week ago. One of my family members almost had to do the unthinkable. Why? Because you got a migrant on the train licking his lips while there's a bunch of kids on the train. I guess it was a bunch of camp kids going wherever. Now, this dude almost had to do something on that train just because you over here staring at the kids hard, you licking your lips, it's this, that, the third, and just getting wild crazy. And then another good Samaritan was about to pull up on it too, like, wait a minute, like, what's going on here? And surprising enough, some of these migrants who are here do have mental health issues. So again, you're just making everything more worse than what it is. Dagmar, baby. You're making things more difficult than what it is. And again, I feel bad for those people on the spectrum like that who really do suffer from these type of conditions because again, they're going to be at risk. Just think about it. Some people are going to be able to have a cool head and know how to maneuver around that situation. Others ain't. Nah, BMF, don't come in here with that madness. Where my damn scratch off ticket? Marlene, shut the door. He ain't leaving nowhere until I get my damn scratch off. Didi, if he try to move, drop kick him. I'm not playing. I want my damn scratch offs. Coming in here with that madness, man. You lower your voice. You come in here, man, you better have my damn scratch offs in my hand. Nah, what's going on, bro? Nah, you good, Dagmar. I know. Listen, I'm not one of those content creators that get mad about a lot of different things. Everybody has a life. Shoot, I was trying to do something yesterday, but I still had to get my mindset in order because, like I said, just had an incident where your boy could have been in a situation, probably would have been in the hospital. A situation really happened on my job for the first time in my life that I was doing that damn job. So I got to make reports, critical reports, everything else. Had an electrical explosion on my job. Luckily, me nor none of the co-workers were near the area when it happened. So, you already got that to deal with, you know. And then now you got to deal with somebody who's on the streets, drinking, knowing that they on the spectrum and trying to start with people. See, it take a cool head to deal with a whole bunch of that. Because I could have just went complete savage on them. I didn't care, but chose not to do it. Like I said, this would have been me 10 years ago, all bets was off. Because I wasn't that kid. You provoking a problem, now you're going to get what you're asking for. They also are releasing people from prison who need to be locked up for life because of, yeah, that's another thing in some of them states. The prisons are so overpopulated, they're going to start releasing people. But you need to make sure they releasing people. I would say release the people who probably have been in jail probably since back in the days for them old ass laws and all them old drug laws and stuff like that. That's why a lot of them are coming home now too. Some of these people who are part of that when Biden had them damn drug laws in order, some of them in jail for the simplest thing like probably 2-3 bags of weed or just you had enough personal for yourself and they still tuck you in for it. Truth, baby. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for that. I appreciate you too, Marlon, for real. Because it could have been dangerous. Because either one of us could have been coming through that area when the thing happened. Luckily we wasn't. So again, when you got to deal with an emergency situation, especially when it's a fire, you gotta be on your feet when it comes to thinking. Which I was. I had to make sure it wasn't nothing else damaged, nothing else that needed to be reported, so on and so forth. I'm not expecting no cuckoo nut to be coming around me trying to bother me, asking me certain questions. Like, who are you? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's sad when you got to sit here and worry about these type of situations happening. They overpopulated because you got to look at it. There are people right now who have been in jail for the longest for things that are minor now. Like there are people who are still in jail right now, prime example, for marijuana, who probably are coming home now since in certain states those laws have changed now. So now, just imagine how they gonna feel coming home like, damn, now after all this time, now it's legal. No, it's critical when you sit there and think about it. Just imagine you outdoors working and then you got to worry about a situation on your job and then got to worry about the situation off the job. It's crazy. The one thing I would say too is once they start making threats at people, I don't give a damn. All bets is off. Once you make a threat, especially when it sounds life threatening, nigga, you got to go. Excuse my language for it, but that's how I've been trained. You make any form of indirect or direct threat, oh, nah, you got to go. You got to go one way or another. Because now we are not going to be sitting here playing a what if situation. We're not going to be doing that. It's not going to be a what if I just decide. No, you're not doing it. That's why I said it's always critical for some people to just pay attention to their surroundings and see what's going on for real. Because it's not fair. It's not fair at all. You know. But it's a good thing for it's a good thing that nothing did transpire even worse than it was supposed to. I ain't gonna lie, Monday night was just probably the roughest night I've had in my course of history working at this company. So other than that, Monday night was just about pretty good. So that situation happened. And the sad part about it, I seen the person that I slapped on Monday, right? He don't even remember he don't even remember he had a confrontation with me. So that's bad right there. That's really bad right there. That's why I said these people need to be housed. They need to be reopening these damn centers and letting these people go and get the help they desperately need. Like I said, when do we as a community start saying, you know what, we tired of the same old lies and we tired of the same old things they preaching. We gonna make sure they doing what's necessary. You know. Thank you, Marlene. I ain't had no choice. As I said yesterday, I could have done a live like I was about to, but I had to make sure I was in the real clear spaces. I still was a little bit angry, and then plus I didn't really sleep yesterday before I had to go back again for another work shift. So yeah, I had to take care of my mental health and I had to preserve what I needed to preserve for today. You know? And that's one thing you have to do. When you've had situations like that, yeah, you take the necessary steps to make sure your mental health is straight. I don't care if you're not on the spectrum. Mental health affects everybody. They do. Because you could have the most stressfulest days out the week. For some people, they'll be quick to go off the deep end. Probably say or do something that's gonna impact them. Or like I said, might do something that is out of the ordinary because they're under too much stress. See, that's the one thing you are supposed to try to do is remain stress free. I know it's hard to sometimes with the way things are going on in life, but it's necessary again to try to keep some form of peace and some form of stability in your mind because these are the things you're gonna come across. See, me being a security guard, I know I'm gonna come across damn near everything. If I'm not coming across people trying to trespass, hop fences, or do whatever, I'm going to possibly have to worry about other situations happening within the vicinity. I hear you, Marlene. See, in certain situations, you might not even have to worry about it because trust me, the way these cops was talking that day, they seemed like if anything would have happened, if anything, they would have been on my side more than anything because again, you've been harassing me for the last 5 minutes before I had to slap fire out you. How many times somebody going to walk away from you, or how many times somebody is going to tell you to keep it moving, keep it going, and you keep trying to follow them and harass them? That's what I'm saying. You have some people like that who are suffering from mental health or on that spectrum who are doing things like that. Doing things like how some of these other people would be doing. I'm going to provoke and get a damn reaction out this person. I'm going to make sure this person do what he got to do to me. Now, I'm not going to be crashing out because of you. Yeah, I'm not going to be losing my freedom or having to worry about risk of freedom because of your ass. And that's the thing. You're all right about that. With some of them on that spectrum, they don't respect boundaries because they don't know how to respect boundaries. They wasn't taught how to. And whatever they was taught, they felt that's the way they should just be able to move and be amongst people. No. You can't sit here and provoke an issue with somebody and then not expect somebody to retaliate back. Or however the retaliation comes, you can't sit here and try to dictate how it happens. No, it's just knowing it's going to happen. And that's the thing. We got to remember this part. Self-control is always going to be the number one thing for you, especially when you are dealing with multiple crises at the same time. But again, we need to start vocalizing our opinions and our views, especially when it comes to them. They need treatment. They need round-the-clock care. They need round-the-clock supervision. Some of these people cannot be trusted outside in society, especially amongst people who are not on the spectrum, because who knows what the hell they might do or what they might try to do. I remember one situation. I'm in the city, and I'm thinking the cops was just doing something wrong because the guy was just too angry. He was just too resistant. But to come to find out, he wasn't doing nothing. The cops wasn't doing nothing to him at all. They was trying to restrain him and get him to a hospital to get help. He had already been on the trains. From what they were saying, he was already on the train harassing people, scaring the people who had kids on the train. So when he got outside, he almost did the same thing, and the cops had to intervene. But from afar, you'd have thought the cops was just either abusing their power or they was just doing something just to do it. No. That's why I said you have to be, mindful of situations and definitely, observe everything for what you need to observe it as. My sister is on the spectrum, but she understands when she has way too much. She was taught. Yeah, I don't blame you on that, Marlene. I hear you. Because guess what? There are kids on the spectrum that, regardless to what, even if they are taking meds, there are parents who are still showing them and letting them know, look, you've done wrong. When you've done too much, you got to get disciplined. Big dog, what's going on, my guy? Nah, they need to learn discipline. Because again, how are they going to be able to fare in life if you got to be amongst people who are not on the spectrum, right? You don't want to be unprotected, or you don't want to feel unprotected, but in the same token, you don't want to do something to cause somebody to have to harm you. That's what I'm saying. They need to learn boundaries, and I would say that in certain issues. There's some of you parents who have to teach your kids that's on the spectrum how to respect others, how to keep themselves safe. I know, Dagmar, and condolences to you and your family, for real. I understand how it is, trust me. You talking to somebody right now that would give anything to talk to either one of them parents right now. So trust me. You know, prayers and condolences to you and the family. You know why we do it over here. Let me see. Why do I feel I've seen that Perry Anderson name somewhere before? Probably in somebody chat. Marge, I know what to do. I'm gonna let it ride right now. With the minute anything gets said, clap, clap. Just like I said, these be the people I'm talking about too. I could tell one of y'all on the spectrum for having a million account names for no reason. So try this again. Because this is not a jokeful moment, and this ain't no fucking play, and this definitely ain't nothing for nobody to be trying to interrupt. We are trying to have adult conversation. If you're not gonna be a part of the adult conversation, kindly leave or get exited out. It's your choice. Because see, what I'm speaking about right now can happen to any last one of you retarded ass trolls. So you better take into consideration what I'm saying. Because what are you going to be able to do when it's a situation like that happening with you? How would you take the situation? How you want to prevail through that situation? I prevailed in my situation because I didn't have to do the unnecessary. Even though I was justifiable to do it, still didn't have to do as much. He got the picture. Yeah, got that picture right then and there. Like, oh shoot, yeah. You want to have somebody that when you keep violating, you keep pushing boundaries, they're gonna push your boundary back. Now again, in that situation, it didn't have to be me. He could have been messing with somebody else that is not trying to hear nothing. He could have been messing with somebody that don't care about your mental health overall, and they could have tucked you out of your misery. Now you got another family distraught and stressed out. That's why I said it is important for y'all to really start speaking to your local people and start getting shit back in order. And if some of y'all can get things in order without no government help, then why not do so? Because what's going to be the next step? What happens if some of these people who are on the spectrum start attacking not just adults but kids as well? We have to defend ourselves, even though we know for a fact we try to keep it from going there. But in certain instances, you're going to have to do everything possible. And again, it doesn't matter what spectrum somebody is on. When your life is in danger, or it could be in danger, or the people around you could be in danger, you have to step in and do what's necessary and protect. Like I said, that day in particular on the train, those camp counselors, if they wanted to, they could have beat homeboy up. But then again, they had to remember they had kids with them. The kids would be scared. The kids would, probably be disbanding or trying to, who needs to do all of that? You know, even though the kids was already kind of scared, they already knew they were still in protection because again, it wasn't just the camp counselors that was ready to defend. You even had a couple, um, goodwill citizens who was willing to do whatever, even an off-duty cop. So what does that tell you? Sometimes you just gotta read a situation, because it don't necessarily have to get critical. Serious, baby. I know you probably on the road. Be safe on that road, baby. And don't worry, Pastor James over here done dropped the links for you while you was gone. But you gotta remember this part. You know, you have to protect, not just protect what's around you, not just protect your family, but protect your mental peace more than anything. Because just like I said, in that scenario right there, I could have went completely off. And even though I was justified to do what I was going to do, I still wouldn't have felt good doing it. Just because I would have realized, damn, I really let my anger get the best of me. Wouldn't have been about no jail time because I probably wouldn't have even got there. Like I said, I was justified to do whatever. But in the same token, I'm not going to do it. If I can find another way around it, I'm going to find another way around it. And in some situations, you're not going to be able to find a scenario. So again, this is when you have to be on defense. See, with me Monday, prime example, at some point I had to be on defense because apparently you wasn't getting the message. You still kept trying to provoke and poke. So now I had to do the unnecessary just for you to snap back into reality and realize this is not the type of person you want to play with. This is not the type of person you want to provoke because I could go from calm and cool and collective to a whole nigga. Excuse me for saying it that way. It could have went that way. Frugal mama, baby. And it really is sad to say you do have some people who are suffering and battling, but again, they main objective a lot of times be I'm going to provoke or I'm going to get an action from somebody. I've seen some people on that spectrum do that, do certain things to keep poking and provoking, and then when somebody get mad and tell them to chill, now they upset. You can't be upset. If somebody told you to relax, go sit down, go enjoy your life, go do whatever. Why you don't listen to that? I would say even if they are on the spectrum, they still have to learn discipline and not just medicate, like Maureen said, not just medicate them. No, you have to discipline them. They have to understand if you doing stuff like this is what's going to happen. I hear you, Dad, Mar. Don't worry. I got to go to work in a couple hours myself. So, yeah, welcome to the good life. I forgot you already in the future, man. I don't know you not. Never mind. You got off lucky. You got off lucky. Nah, but definitely have a good one, Dagmar. Appreciate you. You already know. Whatever you miss, you can catch the replay. Danielle, baby. You know, this is what I'm saying. In certain instances, they will be on the medication, right? But they'll still do certain things. That's when they have to learn discipline. They have to learn that when you are disrespecting people, when you are constantly accosting people, when you are doing things that could be a danger even to yourself, you need to learn. It's gonna be a day you decide to do something, and ain't gonna be nobody there to protect you. So you need to stop doing certain things, even if it's days you don't have your medication. You need to learn some self-discipline. I know some people who was on that spectrum that guess what? The days when the medicine wasn't working, that discipline worked, they learned something. Even as adults right now, I see them every day. They going to work, they doing what they doing, they even got a family. You would never think they on the spectrum or think that they are certifiable until they get to a point where they don't have their meds. Again, you got to remember that part. When you do have young ones on that spectrum, or when you do got young ones in that scenarios, you don't just medicate them, you discipline them when you need to. They're not saying beat them like some random person in the street. But no, you have to do that. Just like how the mothers would pop the child's hand if they were about to touch the stove or something like that. You have to do stuff like that. Again, they have to learn that what they're doing is wrong. What they're doing could be a danger. What they're doing is something that you didn't teach them. Shout outs to the iced coffee plug. My bad, y'all. Woo! This French vanilla iced coffee about to have me lit for the night. Starting to rain again, y'all. Oh shit. Oh shit. But you just got to keep that in mind for real. You know, scenarios like this, it can happen to anybody. But again, it's more about how you react when it comes to the situation. Are you going to be able to keep a certain level of dignity? Are you going to be able to keep a certain level of prosody and stuff like that? Because again, you're going to have situations where you're just going to have to go ape shit. And that's just a part of life. There are people who can avoid physical fights. There's some people who at some point are going to have a physical fight. Even if they don't want to, they're going to have to. All right, see you slacking, James. You slacking. You supposed to have that big ass cup ready already, man. See, now you're going back to grill duty. See, messing up in the game, James. Messing up in the game. Serious. Make sure he don't step out this room until he grill about 12 pork chops, 12 grizzly burgers, and something else. James on cooking duty today. I'm tired of this. Damn coffee. Oh, but you got to remember that part. Your safety is more important than anything, right? Your mental peace is definitely more important than anything. Because how are you going to be able to deal with or continue to deal with anything when you're quick to snap, quick to, go to violence? You're not thinking carefully. I hear you, James. Get those chicken wings ready. Get them barbecue ribs ready. You know, and again, it was a situation that wasn't needed. But in the same token, cooler heads prevailed and the situation diffused. Now, again, in some situations, you might have to just throw your dukes. You know, again, because they fail to realize that when a dude come down in your profession, I don't care what profession it is, your safety should be always number one. So if you got to do what you got to do, even if it is at the risk to a degree, you got to do what you got to do. Because what's more important, your safety, your overall well-being, or somebody else? And the sad part about prime example, there are some situations where you have mental health people, mental health patients. Um, they just in the weirdest of spots. One of my boys worked, I think, at an amusement park out of town. And he said it was a crazy dude that was just walking around. You know, at first they thought it was just a, last bit of guests that they thought they was trying to get rid of. But then come to find out, no, this person had been walking around the park. This person had been walking around the park for more than 20 minutes, spaced out days. They was trying to get him out the park. Instead of him just leaving, what does he do? He kept walking around. He trying to go near ride areas. He trying to turn on rides that are not supposed to be turned on. Trying to do things when the park is supposed to be closing. And guess what happened? Of course, they had to get the boys involved with that one. They also had to get the people that's from that facility involved because apparently he just walked out the facility. How you walk from a facility to somewhere where you're not supposed to be at is beyond me. The fact that you was even able to walk out and it's not an outpatient, that's a shock to me. But nonetheless, that situation, that scenario could have been different. You know, again, you're gonna have people who go by the book, and you're gonna have people who don't care about the book. They care about their protection and they care about their space more than anything. Give me a second. Tanya, what's going on, baby? You know, but think about it. Just imagine you gotta have this type of scenario where you have to call not just call cops, but call EMTs and anything else along those lines. Just because you might have one to maybe two people who need help and they ain't getting the help, they just out on the streets. See, the reason why my cool head prevailed and why I'm good in my scenario is because, like I said, by anything, I was justifiable in doing something if I decided to do something. And that didn't mean I was going to take him out. But no, he was definitely going to learn something about space and respect. But in that same token, cooler head prevailed again. Because where some people are going to abide by rules and regulations, others ain't. Had this been another corporation or something else along those lines and dealing with a scenario like how I just dealt with, they would have abused this to the ends of the earth. Trust me when I tell you this. They would have had a field day with this. They weren't that kid, spectrum or not. You are, you know, you within the reach of doing things you ain't supposed to be doing, especially on this property. You gotta go. I think about it. Private property, they ain't trying to hear that. You better hope something don't happen before they have to call the cops. Playing dangerous games. There should be something for some people who, again, might have kids on the spectrum. Teach them young about boundaries. Teach them the necessary things they need to learn. Teach them boundaries. Teach them space. Teach them how to be aware when somebody is using or abusing them, so on and so forth. It's time for y'all to learn that. Because I believe in certain scenarios, you won't have situations like this. Hey, what happened, bro? Man, see, that's what you get. That's what you get. I'm going to put a bell on your ass. My bad, little nigga. My bad, man. My bad, man. Y'all already heard the good cry for help. My bad. Don't worry, no pets are being harmed. I ain't mean to step on your paw, man. I ain't know you was sitting there, man. I ain't know you was sitting there, man. I'm going to tell James to pour you a cup of coffee. Yeah, y'all already know who's trying to be internet famous for a minute. You know that. And I appreciate you, James, dropping those links while Sirius was on the road and stuff. I already know how we give it up in here, man. I appreciate all my mods for doing what's necessary. Don't laugh, James. Pour him a cup of coffee. I ain't mean to step on your baby paw. My bad, man. Come here. Give me five. Give me five. All right. All right. All right. All right. No, tell him again. Tell him again. Mm-hmm. Tell him what you did. Tell him what you did. That's the look of guilt for some reason. He did something. I'm going to find out what it is later. I appreciate every last one of my peoples up in here, especially Sirius, baby. Man, listen. Man, listen. You really don't know how important you, James, and everybody has been to the bill, for real. Even the people coming in now, y'all important to the bill. Why? Because, again, it shows that people want to have a deep conversation about general things that are necessary. Not that felonious rhetoric that everybody running around with. And again, the conversation that doesn't get too emotional or too personal, because again, it's more about logics. Certain things, yeah, you are going to get a little emotional on, but that emotion shouldn't, again, override or dictate anything. See, in my scenario, I could have went crazy. I could have went loopy my damn self, right? But then again, knowing the extremes I would have went to, yeah, it wouldn't have been good. So again, you got to be mindful, even when you're dealing with people like that on the spectrum. You know, again, this person already showed the signs of you've been out and about, not just being inebriated, but you look like you don't take your meds the way you're supposed to. And that's one thing some of y'all parents got to get into the younger kids that's on the spectrum. No matter what it is, they need a medication, make sure they get it. But if they don't need medication, then again, that's when the discipline comes into order. Again, it always depends on the scenario and how things are moving. But again, teach them boundaries and respect. You know, teach them how to just read out a situation. And if your kids ain't on the spectrum, you still need to teach them about respect boundaries, and discipline. I'm sorry. You have to. This day and age is needed. Because with what you see in almost every time you look, it's gonna be a non it's gonna be a it's gonna be a non-winning battle. We can win that battle to a degree. At least in my opinion, how I see it, we can win that battle. Because it ain't nothing to really teach your kids something. Look, somebody says they don't want to be bothered, respect that. When somebody says give them 6 feet of space, respect that. So on and so forth. Teach them even down to the simplest things. Because again, it's going to come in handy. And teach them how to deal with scenarios like this in the event they do come across people with special needs. Teach them not to be bullies to those that have special needs. I feel that's another thing that we are lacking. Because, yeah, we've had some stuff that happened. But in the same token, it wasn't to a point where it's like everybody was at risk. You knew back in the day to a degree you couldn't do something to somebody that's suffering from mental health disorders or issues. Because 9 out of 10, you'd have been looked at, and you still would be looked at to this day. At least by those who go by that standard, you'd be looked at as sick. You'd be looked at as, you know, anything less than, because why would you have to go to that extent? You know? What, to prove that you quote unquote better than somebody? There's some people on the spectrum that are better than some of the people off the spectrum. There's ways to even, break down these key problems in life. Again, it really is about just narrowing down your choices. Even those on the spectrum have to make certain choices, whether they good or bad, or whether they both. It's a learning experience for them. If they have done something wrong to a degree, prime example, and they feel bad about it, guess what? They're going to do everything in their power to try to make it right, or at least try to learn from that scenario, what they can learn from that. Wait 1 second. My bad, y'all. Yeah, but just remember this part right here, though, for real. It's about reading and teaching the most important things. Teach the kids that are on the spectrum that, again, even though they might not be where they should be at, that they are still valuable, they are still loved, they are still wanted. But also teach them that when they're doing wrong, they need to stop, change their course, and don't do things that you wouldn't want done to you. It's the same way. And if they're not on the spectrum, again, teach them about morals, discipline, and respecting others' spaces. Yeah, my bad. I might have to cut this live short in a minute, y'all. I'm stuck on kid duty right now. But nonetheless, though, I mostly just want the touch base, though. But here's the main thing, though, for real. It's about overall respect and boundaries on either level. That's what it's supposed to be about. It's the same way y'all would want us to respect them, they would have to respect us as well too. But again, they also need to be, helped if it's situations that are dire like that. Again, some of these people have not had their meds probably since the pandemic started in 2020. Even though it's been 4 years, again, some people still haven't gotten some of the things they were supposed to get from the time the world shut down. So again, you have to think about that. When it's all said and done, what's more important? You just got to remember, at the end of the day, regardless to what, yes, they are human beings. Yeah, they have emotions and everything else, but they have to also have respect and boundaries just like we got respect and boundaries. That's just the simplicity of it. Because like I said, my scenario is different. Anybody else's, who knows what could have happened. And again, that's something that you don't want to have to deal with. It's sad because again, you'll never know what the situation is. Again, think about something. Think about respect. Definitely thinking of hush. We're not doing that today. Hush. My bad, yeah. My bad. At some point, you're gonna hear Baby Scout piece in here crying. So, and again, don't worry, nobody's being harmed in the making of this. But no, we just want you to get this. You're gonna have some people who, again, they're gonna test boundaries, they're gonna test your strength, or they're gonna see how far you're gonna be willing to go before they get the reaction that they get. But when you learn how to deal with people like that, you pretty much know how to maneuver around that. The best case scenario, again, if you have to slightly defend yourself, then you do so. But if you don't necessarily have to get to any form of confrontation, just don't get into it. Just that simple. Because we understand right now in these situations right here, it's hard to trust anything because, again, you don't know who's doing what, who's carrying what, or who could be a potential danger. But nonetheless, you still got to remember how to decipher those situations. When it don't seem like a real imminent danger, you leave it be. If you feel it's an imminent danger, then you do everything necessary. Again, it's not just about preservation and peace. It's more just about safety. In this world today, you're gonna have to be a little more safer. Again, just make sure you are taking care of the most important thing, not just your mental health. Hey, take care of your spiritual health as well too. Court, baby. Hope all well with you, sis. Glad you in here. Glad you in here. No, but that's just the truth right there, though. Always remember that part. It really is about just safety, you know, and keeping your people safe, especially if you know they're on the spectrum and could be getting used and abused. Like the scenario I had, that's light work. But there are other scenarios where we don't consider it light work. There are other scenarios, prime example, where some people are going to have to learn a hard lesson. And they shouldn't necessarily have to. But then again, this is another form of you not teaching your kid, regardless what spectrum they on, about self respect, self dignity, Not just integrity, but also teach them about boundaries and spaces regardless. Oh, but all in all, though, I'm gonna definitely revisit this conversation. Definitely, I feel I'm about to have a sugar rush with these kids right now. Y'all pray for my scalp. Pray for my po ass scalp. But yeah, I just wanted to chime in with the people. I'm good. Don't worry, you know I'm good. You don't get something one day, you won't get it the next day. But you know, it's just again space and boundaries, but respect as well too. They need to learn it just as well as we need to learn it. And again, just because you might be on the spectrum doesn't mean you don't learn things. You still have to learn. You still have to learn. For some of you parents out there, before your kids get into these situations as adults, teach them the critical things they need to learn. I think everything will start moving one step at a time the way it needs to. If at least that conversation is had. Nonetheless, though, appreciate everybody that tuned in. For those just coming in, y'all know y'all can catch the replay. Just something brief, real quick. Y'all pray for my scalp again. For those follow me on Clapper, I'm gonna try to be back before 7. Let's see how this pans out. Right now, I feel like I got an elbow drop, a bunch of little scalp pieces. James, get the grill ready. I think we're putting these kids on the grill too. We're putting them on the grill too. We got you. We're gonna put it on baby high temperature. Oh no, though, yeah. Again, stability. How mentally stable are you? You don't encourage the madness. You know how I do it. They already looking at me. So I know one of them gonna say something remotely. Hey, baby scalp piece and mini scalp piece. How you know if you're not the mini scalp piece? How you know? That don't mean nothing. How you know if you're not the mini scalp piece and she the big scalp piece? You ain't learned that, did you? See? That's why you was the baby scalp piece. You just the mini scalp piece. But nah. But, the mini scalp piece? Yeah, I'm not the baby scalp piece. Nah. You the mini scalp piece. She the baby scalp piece. No, you're the mini scalp piece. Nope. I'm an OG scalp piece. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's approved. Mo, what's going on, baby? Be safe on that road, sis. I was about to end this in a minute anyway. Definitely catch the replay, though. Yeah, look, the words are baby approved now. Miniature scalp piece. No. Humongous scalp piece. I'm humongous. And we got mega scalp piece. Mega scalp piece. Don't come over here putting your paws in my stomach, son. Come on. Nah, you got the baby scalp piece. Yes. You got the miniature scalp piece. Mini scalps. Nah, but again, it's more just about teaching them that. Again, it doesn't exclude anybody from learning about self-respect and overall respect. But yeah, let me get up out of here. Scalp pieces are approved. So those in the city, carry your rain ponchos, your umbrellas, and everything. It's about to get crazy. BDBGP. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Nah, but again, everybody should learn that. It doesn't matter what it is, they should learn that. Space, respect, and boundaries. I don't care if you're on the spectrum. You still need to learn that too. Because you're going to play around with the wrong person or come across the wrong person. They're going to give you exactly what you're looking for. But then again, you shouldn't have to worry about that situation. But yeah, for those just coming in, definitely catch this replay. I'll be back tomorrow with the cypher, definitely. Don't worry, I got the time and have the link pinned just in case. Because I'm still going to revisit this. But yeah, let me get up out of here. Appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. And this is why you the mini scout piece. I was trying to give you mega scout piece, but see, you was acting like a baby scout piece. Acting like a baby scout piece. Move away, Simba. You don't eat candy. Come bad, y'all. Family affairs always. But yeah, appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. We still got more situations to bring to this table. I'm revisiting this in the morning though, because I ain't done. But I am hungry, so let me get myself about it. For those coming in, y'all can just catch this replay. Oh, wait a minute. I can't go out like that. I just thought about it. I can't. For all the birthdays. Hopefully y'all enjoying another year around the sun and another blessing. And if you're not celebrating during the week, but you're celebrating during the weekend, here you go. Yeah, you already know what it is, though. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Here you go. Yeah. But let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love, and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I'm gonna do is give you real. And that's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. And yeah, I definitely see y'all in the morning with this cypher. We're gonna revisit this. And yeah, I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody wanna chime in. You know how we do it. Y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoons, evenings, and for all you future babies. Happy hump day, damn it. Yeah, y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live. We out here. Peace and blessings.